Tears of the Poor Orphan. My name is Juliet, and I'm just 21 years old. I grew up without knowing the love of a real family. My mother died the same day I was born. I never met my father. I was raised by my aunt who only saw me as a burden. She reminded me every day that I wasn't her child. But still, I tried to smile. I tried to be strong. I always told myself that one day, things would change for the better. And then I met Collins. He was tall, dark, and had a sweet voice that made me feel special. Collins always knew the right words to say. He told me I was beautiful. He told me he loved me. And I believed him. He would call me every morning just to say, "Good morning, my queen." He would text me, "I miss you," even when we just saw. He made me feel loved for the first time in my life. After some months, we started sleeping together. At first, I was scared, but he kept saying, "Don't worry, Juliet. I'll marry you. You're my wife already." I was young, naive, and deeply in love. I gave him everything, my body, my time, my heart. But then one day, I missed my period. At first, I didn't take it seriously. I thought maybe my cycle had changed. But after 2 weeks, I became worried. I bought a pregnancy test kit, shaking as I went into the public toilet to check. The result showed 2 red lines. I was pregnant. My heart was beating fast. I didn't know whether to cry or smile. I thought Collins would be happy. After all, he said he wanted to marry me. I ran to his place that evening. I held his hands and said, "Baby, I have something to tell you. I'm pregnant." He was quiet for a few seconds. Then he asked, "Are you sure?" I nodded. And that was the last time I ever saw the sweet version of Collins. The next day, he stopped picking my calls. 2 days later, he blocked me on WhatsApp. By the end of the week, I couldn't reach him anywhere. I even went to his house. The landlord said, he moved out yesterday. Just like that, Collins disappeared. I was broken. I cried every night. I begged God to wake me up from this dream. But it wasn't a dream. It was real. I was pregnant and alone. When I told my aunt, hoping for support, she shouted at me, "Is this why I trained you? You want to disgrace me?" She gave me a small bag and pushed me out of the house. "Go back to the man who got you pregnant," she said. But how could I go back when he had vanished? That was the beginning of my suffering. I had nowhere to go. I begged people to let me sleep in front of their shops at night. Some chased me away like a dog. For days, I walked under the sun and rain. I begged for food. Some days I drank only water. One night, I found an uncompleted building near the main road. That's where I started sleeping. I used one wrapper to cover myself and my unborn child. I laid on the hard floor. Mosquitoes bit me all night. But I had no other choice. I talked to my baby every night. "Please stay strong for me. I don't have anyone but you." And my baby stayed strong. Even when I had nothing to eat, I felt him kick inside me. That gave me hope. But I didn't know that the worst day of my life was coming, the day I would go into labor alone. It was a cold, dark night. The sky was full of heavy clouds, and I could feel that rain was about to fall. I had just returned to the uncompleted building where I had been sleeping for weeks. That night, I had nothing to eat. My stomach was empty, and my body was weak. But something felt different. Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain in my stomach. I thought it would stop. But it kept coming, stronger and stronger. I started crying. I knew what it was. Labor. My baby was coming. I had no money. No phone to call for help. No one around me. I was completely alone. The pain became unbearable. I laid down on the cold cement floor. My wrapper was soaked in sweat. My heart was beating fast. My whole body was shaking. It was the worst pain I had ever felt in my life. I screamed. I shouted. I begged God not to let me die. But no one heard me. Nobody came. Only the sound of frogs and the wind blowing through the open windows. I kept pushing. Blood was everywhere. I was scared. I thought I was going to die there with no one ever knowing. Then finally, after hours of screaming and fighting with pain, my baby came out. A boy. But something was wrong. He wasn't crying. He just laid there in my arms, quiet and still. Tears fell from my eyes like a river. I shook him gently. Please cry for me, I whispered. He didn't move. I panicked. I screamed again, louder than before. And then, suddenly, he opened his tiny mouth and let out a loud, powerful cry. It echoed through the empty building. It was so loud, it sounded like a trumpet in the night. And that cry saved our lives. Just as he cried, a woman was passing by on the road. She had been coming back from her night church program. She heard the cry and stopped. She walked into the building, using her phone flashlight. When she saw me lying on the floor with blood all around, she screamed in shock. Jesus! Who is this? She didn't waste time. She called her husband and rushed me to a private clinic nearby. That woman became my angel. She paid for everything, the hospital, the drugs, the food, and even new clothes for me and my baby. She stayed by my side as I recovered. When I opened my eyes in the hospital, I saw her holding my baby and singing to him. I asked, "Why did you help me?" She smiled and said, "Because God told me to walk that road tonight. I never passed there. But something told me to go that way. And now I know why." She later took me into her home. She gave me a room. She called me my daughter. She even registered me in a small fashion school to learn tailoring. My life changed completely. Today, my baby is 3 years old. His name is Miracle, because he truly is one. The man who abandoned me came back when he saw my pictures online. He sent messages saying, "I'm sorry. Let's fix things." But I told him, "The day I needed you the most, you disappeared. Now I have a new family. I don't need you anymore." I forgave him, but I never allowed him back into my life. The end. If this story inspired you, please kindly share. Thanks.